Hi friends! This video today comes to you by popular demand from all my friends on Instagram. So I've been posting a lot on Instagram recently about how I've been selling stuff around my house on Poshmark, and people have been very curious about how Poshmark works and things that you need to know before starting to post on Poshmark. So I thought I would do a quick video and talk about just some of the basic things that I've learned in the past month or so in selling on Poshmark. I am no Poshmark expert. I have only been doing it for a short amount of time, but I feel like what I've learned is helpful enough to get someone started. I know that there are other selling apps out there where you can sell your stuff. They might be better, they might be easier, but I'm talking about Poshmark. So maybe someday I will start selling on other sites and do a comparison, but I've just gone the Poshmark route right now. I've done a little bit of eBay selling in the past, but I just decided to go for Poshmark this time and see how it went for me. And I'm really liking it. So I want to go through just the basics of Poshmark, what it is, and how you can get started selling. Poshmark is an app and a website that you can sell clothing and other household goods. I don't really know if there's anything you can't sell on Poshmark. I've mainly sold clothing, but I know that people sell kitchen gadgets and makeup and tools. Pretty much anything can sell on Poshmark. And it's a super simple website where you post your items for other people to buy. It is not an auction website like eBay. You set your price and people buy your items for that price. They can offer you less, and you can accept or counter or decline, and you can offer people special deals as well. Everyone's biggest question is always about shipping when it comes to Poshmark. Shipping is one of the main reasons why I prefer Poshmark over eBay. Just in my small amount of experience that I've had with both, Poshmark sends you a prepaid shipping label. The buyer of your item pays for shipping, and as soon as they select purchase this item, you automatically get a shipping label. You don't have to weigh your item, you don't have to measure it, you don't have to figure out how much shipping will cost. Everyone pays a flat $6.49 for shipping. That is one downside of Poshmark. $6.49 is kind of a lot for shipping, but there are some ways that buyers can get reduced shipping costs. But it's super simple to get stuff shipped out. Everything ships priority mail through USPS, and so you can use the free USPS mailers and boxes. You can just use regular brown cardboard boxes too if you have them, but I've just been going to my local post office and getting their free flat rate and priority envelopes and using those. And all I have to do is print the label, put it in the box, tape the label on there, and take it to the post office. I could probably make it even easier and do front porch pickup for my packages, but Aaron actually likes to take the stuff to the post office, so I'm not gonna complain. One other downside about Poshmark is the fees, the Poshmark fees. I have not compared other selling apps and what their fees are, but Poshmark fees seem a little high. So if you're selling something that is under $15, Poshmark takes a flat $2.95 out of whatever you have sold. So if you're selling something for $5, you're not gonna make very much. If you're selling something for $15, you're really not giving them a whole lot. If it is over $15, the item that you sold, they take a 20% commission. You could probably get more money for your items somewhere else, but I'm gonna talk about some of the reasons why I prefer Poshmark over my other selling experiences. So my number one reason for preferring Poshmark over eBay, which is what I've used in the past, is the shipping. The fact that I don't have to weigh anything, I don't have to guess on the shipping amount. When I had sold with eBay in the past, I felt like it was kind of a guessing game. Maybe I was doing it wrong, I don't know. But when it came to figuring out how much to charge the buyer for shipping, I felt like I was always guessing. And then when it came time to actually ship an item, I sometimes lost money on the profit of the item because I was having to pay for difference in shipping. So with Poshmark, buyer pays a flat rate. I don't have to do that guessing game. I throw it in a box, print the label, and I send it out. It is super fast, seamless, and I don't lose money on my miscalculations when it comes to shipping. Also, Poshmark is super fast to list items. I can take a bunch of pictures of things and get them posted within seconds, really. One last thing that I really like about Poshmark is as a seller, I feel like I'm protected when it comes to selling my items. So Poshmark holds on to the money that is earned for the duration of shipping the item, and then 3 days after the item has been delivered, they give the buyer 3 days to either rate the item or not do anything, and then they release the money to me. It's not a waiting game, and I don't have to worry for an extended period of time about if the buyer is going to approve of what I sent or not. I feel like 3 days is pretty quick. Also, shipping is very fast. Sometimes it's only 1 day shipping, so I can sell an item, get a review, and get my money in my account within just a couple days. And I really like that over the other selling experiences that I've had in the past. I have yet to have an item that I sold be declined by the buyer, but I've read up on kind of the process of how that works, and it sounds like Poshmark takes the lead on that. They send the buyer a return shipping label, it gets shipped back to the seller, and then you can repost it, or the money's just not released to the seller, and then the buyer gets their money back. I feel like it's not this big dance of PayPal and having to worry about the back office side of how to do things as much as I've had to deal with in the past with other selling apps and websites. So that's one last thing I really like about Poshmark. When it comes to getting your money out from Poshmark, they hold on to it until you want to redeem your money, and it's just through direct deposit into your bank account. It's super fast and simple. You just enter your bank account information in there, and you can stack up as much money as you can and redeem at one time, or you can redeem every time. You can also, which is a little dangerous, use the money that you've earned through Poshmark to buy things on Poshmark. I've had to be very careful not to do that. I've purchased one thing on Poshmark, which has actually been a good experience. I wanted to see what the process was as the buyer on Poshmark. So I recommend it as a seller and as a buyer. Well, I hope that this has been helpful. Once again, this is just very basic information that I have learned about Poshmark in the last month and a half or so of selling on Poshmark. I've primarily only sold things around my house, clothes that I don't wear, items that I'm not using. I have taken one trip to Goodwill Outlet store and dug through the bins for super cheap stuff, and I've sold a few of those items as well, but really the majority of what I've sold has just been stuff around my house. Money that's hanging in my closet, not being used. And in a month and a half, I've made a little over $600 just selling things around my house. Some of the stuff I probably could make more money on if I spent more time or used a different website, but my intent has been to get rid of stuff quickly, easily, and make a little bit of money. So I've been happy with my experience in Poshmark so far. I plan on doing another video after I've learned even more, maybe some tips and tricks that I've learned to have a successful Poshmark store. So keep an eye out on my channel for that video coming soon. Make sure you subscribe down below and you will not miss that video and other future videos that are soon to come. Thanks for watching.